I've arrived, I'm here, I've got a nice new site to detect. A new field in one of my old fields. I thought I'd give it a go. Yeah, just got to do around the edge, methinks, of this field, because it's a sort of a field that you don't want to disturb too much. Sort of. Well, less said the better. Right, I got a signal down here. Sounds shallow. .21. Let's turn that volume down a touch. There we go. Right, could be a 20p piece if it's not a hammy. That's a root. It's a root. It's a root no longer. Right, it's out. It's out. No, it's not a hammy. It's a part of a shredded Coke can. God, I was just looking at this pile of earth. I just walked over the top of it. And just as I went down the other side, I found this. Saxon pottery. I'm going to have to find out where this pile of earth came from. Because that is like seriously interesting. What's that down there? Yeah, that's old as well. That's old. I'm not sure how old. That might be Roman. Or Saxon. Where's the other bit gone? Oh, there it is. Let's have a rummage underneath here. Oh, ow. Oh, what's this? Look, a bit here, look. There's a bit. I am seriously going to have to find out where they got that pile of earth. Underneath these trees. Just yank this branch out of the way. Oh, ow. Oh. Right, see if we can see any more. Not much. Pottery. Is that a bit there? That's a stone. Oh. Right, we'll have to find out where they got that earth from. See, where you find old pottery, you could also find coins. So I'm going to have to detect this field now, around the edge. And what's that there? That's a bit of cider jug. I can see the glaze. They didn't have glazes like that in the old days, 1,000 years ago. Right, let's get back to metal detecting. We've got a little outcrop of rocks just there. Now that could be a wall line, and I got a signal right here next to it. Oh, it's a plant in the way. I'm going to chop that off and redo this. plant's gone. Right, just there. Oh, hopefully it's not another ring pull. Oh, some roots. Roots no longer. Oh. Right, let's try that. Oh, it's out. It's out. Is that it? That's it. Oh, it's what's left of an old lock. Nice old lock. Oh, it's got something written on it. Yeah, that's definitely what's left of a lock. Yes. Number 8 safety. Is that right? Right, I'll get this cleaned up and I'll get back to you. Here we go. It says safety and it's got like a pair of spectacles above it. But that's an old one. They don't make them like that anymore. They've got the pins that holding it together. One bash of a lump hammer, it'd break, wouldn't it? On to the next. Oh, I've got a lovely signal just here. $12.12. Ooh, cockapoo-poo. $12.13. $12.13. Oh, there she blows. Was it modern? It's an old unspendable 5p. Yeah, unspendable 5p, Gert Biggin. $1970 something, I should think. 1970, I think it says. Right, on to the next. Go, I was just walking around this patch of dirt and I'm finding bits of ancient pottery all over the place. I put it down somewhere. Ah. I put a pile of it just here. Ancient pottery. There it is. Look at that, all the inclusions have come out. It's been sitting on the surface, the rain's washed it. Look at that, ancient pottery just lying around. Now if I could find the source, I would be, well, I'd be dead chuffed. Right, and as I was wandering around, I spotted something on the surface that's not really old, but relatively modern. In fact, very modern. I'll let you see if you can see it. It's just there. Just there. It's a sunbaker. I've got a pound just sitting on the surface. How about that? 2016. Oh, I better zoom out. There we go. Oh, I better zoom out. 2016. Oh. Yeah. I'll keep my eyes open a bit more round here. On to the next. Right next to where I was putting the pile of Roman pottery, I've got a signal, and it's down there, and it sounds quite nice. See, nothing on the screen. People ask me what the numbers and all of that sort of malarkey. Oh, a bit up there. But really, you should just, if it's got a good tone, dig it. Oh, it's right there. Perhaps it's a Roman brooch or a Roman gold coin. What's that there? Is that it? It looks old. Yeah, that's it. It's looking old. I think that's Roman. Let's zoom you in a bit so you can see a bit better. There we go. This is looking old. This is a glasses off job. It's not going to move. Oh, is it? Or is it a buckle? Might be a buckle. Is it going to move? Oh, it's a bit still in there. Well, it's quite big, whatever it is. It's gone. Oh, what's that? I'm not sure it's Roman, but it does look pretty old. It looks old. It looks old. It's got the shape of a heart. Oh, there's file marks on it. What is that? It's a bit crudely made. It looks like some sort of winder. That doesn't look broken though. That doesn't look broken. Right, I'm going to clean this up and get back to you. Yeah, very crudely made. Is it? Oh, I've left me pesky pinpointer on. Hold on. Oh, back again. Pesky thing. I'm always doing that. Yeah, what is that? It's not corroded much. Is it old or modern? I'd say it was old because of the file marks. Oh, I think I got onto a good spot here. Right, that'll do. It's one of them. See, that doesn't look broken. So maybe this is a handle, and that's a rivet that was bashed over. Is there a groove? And this is some sort of handle for something pretty ancient, because it's very crudely made with them file marks. Right, on to the next. Oh, I've had a closer look at this thing, and this is a lot of work has gone into this, because that thing there, it's got no joins on it. So that has been cut, the whole thing has been cut out of one piece of metal, or cast, or whatever, and you can see that all the file marks going around there, look. The whole thing's been filed away and then released from this bar, because I cannot see any joins. There are no joins. So this was solid, and they've managed to file and then get in there with another little file or something, and gradually work it up free to. That's amazing, the work that went into that. Lovely jubbly. On to the next. Oh, looks like a pair of nuts. It amazes me how some coins manage to get so deep. Well, this relatively modern coin was this deep. This is how deep it is. Amazing. But not 9-10 inches. Relatively modern, I'd say. 1970s. Old 10p. 78, I think it says. An old unspendable 10p, but yeah, 10 inches. Of course, in the summertime you do get cracks, don't you, forming in the ground when it's really dry. So I suppose if it's right on the edge of a crack and it drops, it can drop down much deeper. So I think that's why coins get really deep. Oh, I think I might have a coin here. It says 8 inches. Now I've been detecting an awful lot of shallow coins, because this is like a playing field. That's why it's nice and cropped, all nice and perfect like. But there's an awful lot of modern coinage in this field, so I'm just going for the really deep ones. And this one says 12 inches. It's probably not 12 inches, but it says it's deep. Let's just check that, make sure it's not in there. It's probably in there with my luck, even though it said 12 inches. Well, it must be small. Whatever it is, it must be small, because it said 12 inches a minute ago. So it's got to be small. What's that there? Oh, it is small. Is it gold? Have I got some gold? No, it's a little pin. A little pin with a L on it. I think that stands for Lions, isn't it? Lions Club? Well, I'll get this cleaned up and I'll get back to you. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it says Lions, and on the bottom it says International. So it's the Lions Club. They sort of do, they're a bit like the Masons, I suppose, and they do a lot for charity, methinks. Right, on to the next. I'll show you all the modern coinage that are in this field here. Probably not that one. Oh, getting some good signals here on this little bit of a bank. There's a bank. Might be a Roman road. Well, that's a 2p coin. What's that one? 1 inch. It's probably a coin or a pesky ring pull. I've had 3 of those today already. Oh. Oh, there's another one. Another. Probably a 2p coin, 4 inches. It's a better one. Right. Oh, it's gone. Ugh. Oh, I bet that's a 20p piece. 6 inches though. It's oh, it says 5 now. Yeah, 4 inches. Classic teardrop shape. That's definitely a 20p. Could be a hammy, and I've just walked on it. Oh, it's another one. Another 20p. Perhaps it's a hoard of hammies. Yeah, that's a ring pull. Oh. Oh, there's another hammy. Actually, I just might try and dig a couple of those just to make sure. Yeah, 1221. It could be a hammy. Right, I'm just going to dig one just to make sure it's not a hoard of scattered hammies. Ah, it's definitely not a hoard of scattered hammies. It's a hoard of pesky ring pulls. Ah! Oh, I've got to pack in early. Something disastrous has happened. I got a flat tyre. I'm going to have to carry a tube with me and spanners to take it all off. This is the second time this has happened. Or I could get some of that welder, that stuff you squirt in. Is it tyre weld they call it? And squirt in and it fixes the oil temporarily. I might get some of that. Put a little tube of that in my bag. Ugh, what have I done? Gone over a nail or something. Ugh, right. Cheers! Mmm. Lovely.